Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be putting together the Lego TIE Fighter. Guys, I am really excited about this one because I am of course a Star Wars fan and I have always enjoyed the look of the TIE Fighter. Now of course this is obviously not my favorite version of the TIE Fighter. My favorite version of the TIE Fighter is somewhere between the TIE Interceptor and the TIE Bomber. That's right. Even Vader's TIE Fighter is really cool, but I prefer either the Interceptor or the Bomber in terms of just how creative they look and how different they look. But I do like the original TIE Fighter, and I really just wanted to get this set so I could add it to my collection and say I have most of the Imperial TIE Fighters, right? That's why I got it. I'm a collector, and that's the reason why I got it. Usually it's funny, because usually this is one of the very first sets that people would probably get for Star Wars, right? You would get either Luke's X-Wing, or you would get the TIE Fighter, and I'm excited to finally get my TIE Fighter. I'm excited to finally put this thing together. Now I will say this. I had a little trouble opening the box, which kind of sucks because, well, I'm a collector and I try to keep the boxes nice. I ended up ripping the box just lightly when I opened this, and I just didn't even open it all the way. I just took out the bags, and the box, I'm just keeping it. It has a little rip, not a big deal. But I literally just got this as a collector piece, you know. Because that's what I do. I collect Star Wars Legos now, and especially when it comes to me, what I'm really trying to collect is I'm trying to collect Empire sets that I like, really Darth Vader Empire sets. But this is one set that I actually really wanted to put together and have. And one thing to note about this set that I will note is that it doesn't come with the unconnector, the little orange or blue thing that you use to unconnect Lego pieces. So I'm actually glad that this is not the first set that I bought, because that little unconnector comes in so handy when it comes to Lego sets. Because here's the thing. You will always make a mistake with Legos. I always make a mistake whenever I'm building or putting together Legos, and it's not a big deal. You know why it's not a big deal? Because you can simply undo it and put it back. It sucks, especially if you don't catch your mistake right away. Then you get a couple steps down the line and you realize, oh god, I made a mistake, and then you gotta undo the whole thing. It sucks, but it's not a big deal, because it's all just Lego. It's all just Lego, you know? They're made to be put back together. They're made to come together and come apart, and it's just Lego. It's just fun. That's one of my favorite things about Lego. And hey, if it falls, if it breaks, guess what? It's Lego. You can put it back together. It sucks that you gotta put the whole thing back together again, but it's Lego. It's not that big of a deal. At least that's the way I that's the way I look at it. Whenever I make a mistake, or wherever I break one of my Lego figurines, it sucks, but it's just Lego and I can put it back together. It's not like it's glass or something. So that's one of my favorite things about Lego, actually, is the fact that if it does fall apart, you can put it back together. However, I will say this, one thing to note about Legos is how strong is the connection when you actually finish the project, right? Because especially if you're going to hand this to a kid and play, or if you're expecting the kid to put this together and play with it, then you obviously don't want a weak Lego figurine. And I can say this right now, this set, when put together, is not weak at all. It's a great looking set. It's a great looking TIE Fighter. Is this my favorite TIE Fighter out of my collection? No, but it's a strong set. It's not going to come apart very easily when it's properly put together, and it's a whole lot of fun. And what's really cool about this set is it does actually come with a black protocol droid. It comes with a pilot. And here's the big one. It comes with a stormtrooper. A normal, regular stormtrooper. Like, I have other stormtroopers. I have scout troopers, I have pilots. But I have not had a regular stormtrooper in my Imperial collection of Lego yet. And I'm actually really happy that I finally have a regular stormtrooper in my Empire now. That's just great for me. So, this is actually something that I also did that was kind of cool. I do this every now and again, but I actually never talk about within these videos. But you see, a lot of the times you'll end up with repeating directions, right? And I mean, it's the Lego TIE Fighter. Once you put one TIE Fighter together, well, once you put one wing together, you know that you just have to do the exact opposite on the other end, right? So instead of listening to the directions, what I decided to do is I decided to make a game out of it. And I do this every now and again whenever I see repeating directions, but I try to see how far I can get with the build without looking at the directions, because I already know the directions, and I just gotta, redo them. I just gotta refollow the directions. I'm like, okay, you know what? Put the book aside, and let's see how far I can get in following the directions and remembering the directions. And what I really did is I compared it to my previous work, and I just copied off of that, and it was fun. It was different. It just makes the build just a little bit more interesting, because it is kind of boring when you start repeating directions, right? So here I am just about done with the first TIE Fighter wing, and I'm about to start the second TIE Fighter wing. And the second TIE Fighter wing, I tried not looking at the directions at all. I just tried based off of memory of what I did with the first one. And it can sometimes when you do that, it can kind of make it fun, kind of make it more interesting. But you also gotta remember that sometimes you can make mistakes doing that, not listening to the directions. So do that. Like here I am. I literally pushed the book aside, and here I am building the second wing. Do that cautiously. Do that at your risk, because if you make a mistake, if you make a mistake, it will suck. You will have to go back and put it back together again. That's what I ended up just doing. I ended up just repeating the steps in a little bit of a different order, trying to see what I could remember from the directions, from what I've done before. And I kind of made a game for myself out of it, which was a lot of fun. I do that with some of my Lego sets. And I can say this, dude. This is a fun Lego set. This is a really fun Lego set to put together. I really enjoyed putting this Lego set together. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast with this set. I actually really like how they designed the way this set goes together, especially with the way the wings look. I mean, you basically put the center together, and then on the outskirts of the wing, they just have a simple bar go around it for the edge of the wing, and it looks really nice when it's all set together. It's a really nice TIE Fighter. I really enjoyed the look of this set in particular. Even though this is kind of an older set, this is a really nice looking set. And I'm watching this back, and I'm realizing that the only thing my camera is focusing on is the figurine in the front. There it goes. Now it's focusing on what it should be focusing on. My apologies, guys. My camera just wanted to focus on something else other than me properly building something, I guess. But there you go. That's kind of the problem with with the Legos and cameras and auto focus. They just want to focus on the wrong thing. They want to focus on everything in the foreground and what's going on in the background. But you guys can clearly see what I am putting together. Alright, well, this is about the end of the video, and yeah, you can clearly see there. I made a mistake and I had to go get my separator, my Lego separator from another set that I have on hand. The Lego separator does not come in this set, just letting you guys know. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this Lego set. I had a blast putting this together. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out for now. Bye guys.